soul of the Cayman Islands.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome to the Business Buzz. Today is February 17th. We're off to a little bit of a late start, but my mom would say better to be late than never. I want to say good morning to all our listeners, our YouTube viewers, our producer, Miss Susan Watson, in the next studio. Good morning, Susan. And, of course, to our guest in the studio. This morning, we're looking at a very, very important a topic. It's all about mentoring. And we're looking at the Chamber of Commerce's mentoring program. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce is the largest not-for-profit organization or association that supports, promotes, and protects the interests of its members and, of course, the wider community. The Chamber has a distinguished history of assisting its members and the wider community to maintain an environment that promotes economic prosperity and social harmony. Many programs and services have been introduced to ensure that the Cayman Islands are recognized as a world-class location to live and conduct business. And this morning we're putting the focus on one of those programs, and that's the mentoring program. Having said that, let's welcome all guests in the studio this morning. Miss Nina Robinson Downs. Nina is a programs and events coordinator at the Chamber of Commerce, and alongside her we have Miss Vanessa Burke. Vanessa is the marketing and communications coordinator at the Chamber. Good morning, ladies.
Morning. Thank you for having us.
Good morning. You're very welcome. Sorry to get you out of bed so early, but that's Susan's fault, not mine. All right, Susan. My idea. Okay, it was my idea. I'm guilty. So, the mentoring program. How long? No, first of all, let me ask you to introduce yourself. I introduced you, but I want to hear more about both of you, because I know you do a wonderful job at the Chamber, and of course at with the mentoring program. So let's start with Nina. Nina.
Yes. So as Miss Anita said, my name is Nina Robinson Downs. I've been at the Chamber for the past 2.5 years. I started as an admin assistant and then gradually worked up to being the programs and events coordinator. So I coordinate programs like the Leadership Cayman program, Mentoring Cayman program, as well as several events like Careers Expo, Earth Day, Legislative Luncheon, AGMs, so forth and so forth.
When do you get time for lunch, Nina?
I know.
Sounds like a busy day. Good morning again, Vanessa.
Good morning.
Just tell us about yourself, just a little bit, in a nutshell.
So I joined the Chamber around 8 months now after returning from university. My background is in marketing. At the Chamber, I pretty much take a role in getting our messaging across. That was working hand in hand with Nina, ensuring that we are able to execute campaigns and other things to support the Chamber's messaging of supporting, promoting, and protecting our members. So that surrounds everything from social media, email marketing, and other avenues such as our website.
So I guess you don't get lunch either. So, Vanessa, congratulations. You just got home from university, you said.
Yes, ma'am.
You just graduated, bachelor's.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, congratulations.
Than you.
And I'm sure you're still on cloud 9, right?
Yeah. Waiting for the graduation, so yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations again. Now, how long has the Chamber's Mentoring Cayman program been around?
So it actually started in 2002, and the goal when they started was to reach top achieving high school students in both the public and private sector who were nominated by the principal. So that's kind of like a prestigious thing to be nominated by your principal to do a mentoring Cayman program. And the goal was to also pair them with a mentor in the industry that they're interested in entering in the future.
Okay. When did you join the program?
I didn't join the program. I actually only found out about Mentoring Cayman when I started working for the Chamber.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was in 2019. I found out about Mentoring Cayman when I started working for the Chamber.
Okay. Now, what would you say has been the success rate of the program so far?
Two things. I would say we've had over 1,000 students participate in Mentoring Cayman since 2002, and then over 2,000 pairings, so students and a mentor. And I also think another success rate would be mentors and mentees staying in contact. So for you, example, you've maintained contact with some of your mentees in the past. So I think that's a great success rate. In
7 years going?
Yep.
Yeah, my seventh year. I always say, you know what? I'm not going to do it next year. I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
And then
you
send me an email, and that's it. I can never say no, but I enjoy the program, and I enjoy my mentees, each one of them. Actually, I'm supposed to have Erin today, but she can't make it in. I guess it's something going on at school. So yeah. But who is the mentoring program geared towards? You did allude to the high achievers at school, private and the public schools. School, yeah. But who is it? How is it? How does that work?
So at the end of each program year, what I do is I email all the school principals, and what I include is like a parent letter, the dates of the program, and then we tell them, give us 10 students. And some of the schools, for example, John Gray, they wait until test results are in, and that's how they choose across all 4 academies for their students. And other schools have their own way of doing it as well. In terms of mentors, I usually send out a mass email to all past mentors, and then we go into our membership if we don't get enough to cover all the students we've received.
Okay.
So these mentors can be from any industry, from medicine, accounting, law, engineering. We've had a number of industries involved in Mentoring Cayman.
Okay. Broadcasting.
Yeah,
most of my mentees, I know most of them were interested in music, producing, and then come to Radio Cayman.
Performing arts.
Yeah, and they come to Radio Cayman and they sit with Susan in the studio and they're like, I like this, you know, decide they can't make up their minds what they want to do yet, but it's just giving them an idea. So you look at the type of industries. You did mention medical. What are some of the other ones? There've got to be a lot more. The top of your head, if you can remember. I want to stress you out this morning.
Accounting,
yeah.
Law, engineering. We also have a lot of persons from the government as well. So Radio Cayman under the government, but we also have interior design. We've had a few interior design mentors. Nice. Yeah, so those are just a few of those.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to The Business Buzz. We got off to a late start this morning, and it's good to be in the studio with our guest, Nina Robinson Downs. Nina is a Programs and Events Coordinator at the Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce. We have also Miss Vanessa Burke. Vanessa is a Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the Chamber. Now, tell us about the key features of the program and how it works.
So the program runs for 6 months. So we usually start in November of let's say 2021 until June 2022. And that involves 4 one-on-one workplace visits. So that's where the student goes to the mentor's workplace. And then in between those visits, we have, I guess you can say, 4 events. So that includes a opening reception, which is where the mentee and her parents or his parents meet the mentor for the first time and vice versa. Then we have usually a luncheon, a guest speaker luncheon. We have a field trip. We also have a educational expo where we bring in different people from various industries to speak with the students in one place. And then we also have a social activity. And the final event will be the closing reception to congratulate everyone for completing the program.
The best part for me is the field trip.
Field trip.
Yeah, we don't do field trips anymore. Not the social, sorry. The social.
Yes.
The social. I love the social because that way you get to, socialize with your mentee and you get to see the other meet the other mentees as well. And
that's right.
And it's a great time.
It is.
And it's well organized because
you.
Nina does a good job. So, Vanessa, how do you fit into the whole mentoring program business?
So Nina is really the star. For me, it's the best.
She's a shining star.
She's the star of the program. And for me, I provide communication support. So that goes from press releases, e-blasts, as she said, the application process, just making sure everything fits with the overall chamber branding and messaging. That's really the role I play for mentoring. Yeah, artwork, photography, anything that is needed to ensure that we get a visual appeal to those that are in the program, but also those that are interested or don't know. So that's where I play a role in informing of both our membership and the wider Cayman community.
And you blew up a lot of balloons, because I remember the last event, you were there blowing a lot of balloons and getting the stuff ready.
She wasn't here yet. She wasn't there yet? Me and Beatrice. I don't know if you remember Beatrice.
Just Beatrice. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm interested in blowing up balloons this year. So.
Yeah, fingers crossed we can have more people indoors so we can have a social activity. Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, what is the main goal? And let's talk about the expectations of the Mentoring Cayman program.
So I would say the main goal is for the student to shadow their mentor to acquire skills and tips that will help them in their future career path. So whether that's talking about what colleges should I go if I'm interested in accounting or law or medicine, what did you do? What was just asking questions, asking the mentor for guidance and questions and what they did, so the mentee can decide what they should do and what's best for their path. And then I would say for the mentor is just, I guess, the satisfaction of knowing that you helped a young person in Cayman to better themselves and to explore different career paths.
I watch them grow.
Because
my mentees came from Clifton Hunter, John Gray High. I've had Cayman Prep, and Triple C. Had 2 from Triple C, 2 from John Gray so far, and it's an amazing experience. Well, because of COVID, say last year, it was played on. I mean, we had less time together.
Yeah.
But this year, it's a little better,
Yeah.
But you and the rest of the folks at the Chamber do an amazing job with the mentoring program. I really enjoy it. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Nina and Vanessa of the Chamber. I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, and, of course, TCE Paint.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
When the United States instituted prohibition between 1919 and 1933, the Cayman Islands utilized the opportunity under Commissioner Hutchings to build the treasury coffers by smuggling liquor through to the United States. In 1923, Hutchings persuaded the Assembly to pass Law No. 2 of 1923, which allowed free entry of all wines, spirits, and spirituous liquors, a mechanism which was used to turn the Cayman Islands into a storage site for liquor to be imported, stored, and subsequently exported for a fee as a means of revenue.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Zara. If you are students in Cayman between 3 and 16 years old and love reading books like I do, welcome to the first Rotary Central Video Book Report competition. Record your short video, no more than 90 seconds, on why you love your favorite book, what made you excited, or what made you laugh. There are lots of fabulous prizes. Too many to talk about now. For further information and sign up, go to Rotary Central Cayman Islands Facebook page or email david.rotarycentral@gmail.com. Record your book report video and send it by March 31st. So easy, so fun. The Rotary Central Cayman Islands Video Book Report Competition. Rotary serves to change lives.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Electric bills are up, air quality is down, and apparently a global pandemic to dampen your spirits. Sherwin-Williams can help with their insulating super paint featuring zero VOC with air purifying, sanitizing, microbicidal technology. Prevent the spread of bacteria and kill up to 99% of bacteria. Improve your home air quality and fight COVID germs. Exterior insulating acrylic can reduce up to 85% solar and UV radiation. A freshly painted home can definitely lift those spirits. A brighter home, better home, air quality, and lower home CUC bills. That's a win, 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 home run. Sherwin-Williams, 150 years strong. TCE Paint Shop has 3 locations to better serve you. Cox Lumber and the original store at 27 Godfrey-Nixon Way. Call 943-0565.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Cayman Arts Festival is back. The Cayman Youth Choir will open the 2022 festival on Sunday, 20th February at 4 p.m. with their concert Harmonize the World. It will be the debut concert performance of the brand new Tiddlywinks Choir and will also feature performances by the Tiddlypops and senior choirs as well as select soloists and the full ensemble. The event will be held at the Kimpton Seafire Beach Deck. Tickets are $15 for adults, $5 for children. Tickets purchased online are $20 for adults and $6 for children. For more information and to purchase tickets, please call 922-2079 or email caymanyouthchoir@gmail.com. The Cayman Youth Choir event is proudly sponsored by Wheaton Precious Metals.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz as we continue our discussion with Nina Robinson Downs, Programs and Events Coordinator at the Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce, and Ms. Vanessa Burke. Vanessa is a Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the Chamber. Good morning again, ladies.
Good morning.
Now, we're discussing, in case you missed the first part of our discussion, we're discussing the Chamber's mentoring program. What is required of someone to become a mentor? And you did mention the duration of the mentoring program, but you might want to recap that, Nina.
So the mentoring program is 6 months long, and applications open in June 2022 with the program starting in November to the following June. So the application consists of 3 parts. And first is the application, is the police clearance, and it's the darkness to light training. These steps enable us to ensure that we provide a safe environment for students, both in the workplace visit and for professional relationships.
Okay. Now, how many mentees can a company have at one time?
So, at this current moment is 1, so we can have that in-depth relationship. So, some, as we mentioned previously, some mentors would have mentees over the years. However, for the program for that year is 1 mentee per mentor.
Per company?
Mentor.
Oh, per mentor.
Per mentor.
Yeah.
But
okay.
for the
Per
company,
Mm-hmm.
this year we actually have 4 mentees at one company. So it all depends on what the company is willing to accommodate, and if we get mentors from these companies or multiple mentors.
We had 3 last year.
Oh yeah, you did. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we had 3 mentees in the building last year. How does it make you feel to watch the students blossom into responsible people and just eager to learn?
I think that's the best part. I also think, because I take so much pride in doing the pairings, I do them myself. I read through all the applications, all the students' essays. So when I pair them, I hope it's a good match. And I would say 90% of the time, it is a good match. And I think one thing that stands out to me, I just recently got an email from a parent who emailed a mentor. She copied in myself. And she was just saying her son came home different, excited. And so her son is interested in being a chef.
Okay.
We don't really get chefs to submit applications, but I paired him with someone who works at a hotel. I said they can possibly foster a relationship with a chef that works and he did just that. And they took pictures, they sent pictures, and the son was so excited, and that the mother was like, thank you for fostering this experience and dedicating your time to helping my son. So I think hearing stories like that and testimonies like that makes it worthwhile.
Oh, I know how that feels. Now, can a mentorship application form be downloaded from the website?
Yes, the form can be downloaded on our website. So you can visit the tab under events and click signature programs, or mentoring will be one of the options there. And it's a downloadable form. You can always fill it in and send it to Nina.
Okay. Now, who are some of the sponsors or partners on board for making this mentorship program possible?
So we're grateful to be partnered with the government, specifically in the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage this year. Our major sponsors for the overall program are Cayman Water Company, Cots Lumber, and
Maples Group, as well as Rockies Diamond Gallery.
Rockies, okay. Now, how can any interested person get in contact with the Chamber for more info?
You can always call us at 949-8090, or you can send us an email at mentoring@caymanchamber.ky.
What would you like to leave with your listeners this morning? Let's start with Nina.
I would say to the mentors, or to any professional who's interested in being a mentor, go for it. You never know what will happen from it. You will hopefully get into the program. We accept majority of the persons that apply, and it'll be an experience you never forget. Watching a student grow and inspire you will be one of the best experiences of your life. So we encourage everyone to apply for the upcoming program.
What's the max that you take for mentors?
It's different. This year we have 64. So with the whole COVID thing, we may have to scale it if there's no change, but we try to accept as much as we can to give everyone
How many you had last year?
I had 65.
65.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever had?
I think it's 65.
65. Okay. Okay, Vanessa, what do you want to leave with our listeners this morning?
I would like to encourage the idea that we are all learners, so both from a mentor and mentee perspective. The mentor may be able to provide assistance with the industry, but however, mentors in the past, we've noticed that they've also learned a lot from the students, whether that is relevant information to the sector or just skills that and relationship skills that probably would have not been fostered in a different type of relationship. So I would encourage anyone that's interested to apply. Also, depending on your industry, we are open to other sectors and types of trade. So we're not limited to just the typical type of jobs. We're also open to TVET and other areas that may not have been explored previously. So we encourage everyone of all walks to apply and see where it goes.
My experience with the mentoring program since, for the past 7 years is that most times a mentee will come in and they're very quiet, very quiet. And once they start to talk, oh boy, and we spend a lot of time just chatting about their school, their work, and I talk about my experiences and the good ones, of course, But we just sit there and have that conversation. We'll go for lunch. Most times they'll come in early, so we'll do a little, breakfast together, and we just talk. And then sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get work done too. So most times they'll come downstairs, they'll sit in the either the studio with Susan or any of the other announcers, and they'll try and do some recording. They'll do scripts. If they're in the newsroom, they do different stuff for the news casters and stuff like that. But most times, my experience is that I get so much from talking to them, because it reminds me of how it just keeps me up to date with what's happening in the high school, you know, and how they work with their peers, and it just is giving insight of how to get along with teenagers. Yeah, and actually I'm in sales as well, so thanks for reminding me, Susan. So most of the time they're sitting in the sales office with me, and you know, they catch up, and a lot of times they go out to lunch with the other mentees. We kind of, you know, group up together and hang out together a little bit during lunch, and they really enjoy that. So it's a good time. And maybe one of these days when I say no to your emails, Nina, just ask me. You got to make sure you ask me why.
I will.
But in the meantime, I want to say thanks again to Nina Robinson Downs. Nina is the Programs and Events Coordinator. I got it correct, Nina? Yes. At the Chamber of Commerce. And Vanessa Burke. Vanessa is the Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the Chamber. Good luck and congratulations on your new job. It's still new. Right, Vanessa?
Yes. Very new, but...
very new.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
You both are very welcome. And we're going to take a quick break, time check, news, traffic, and then we'll be back with a second segment of the Business Buzz this morning with the folks from Rotary Central.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 7:59.
It's time to get moving with Quaker for your chance to win at Foster's.
Fuel your body with the power of Quaker Oats to win 2 Huffy bikes and a Fitbit Sense.
That's right, and it's super easy to enter. Just purchase any 2 Quaker products at Foster's from now until March 5th for your chance to win.
We have 6 bikes and 3 Fitbits to give away to 3 lucky winners. So get moving to Foster's.
For more info, go to fosters.ky/get-moving. Foster's, better because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The number of COVID cases being registered by government continues to fall.
We are happy to report that for the first time in the last 4 weeks, the number of positive cases have come down under 1,000 for the week, and we average around 140 cases per day during this week.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Samuel Williams Rodriguez tells CIGTV Epidemiological Week 6 covers the 6th through the 12th of February, when there were 979 new cases of COVID-19 registered. That's 700 fewer than in Week 5. Government says this continues a decline in weekly new cases that have been evident since late January. However, the number of tests have fallen as well, from 6,800 administered in Week 5 to just over 4,700 last week. Also on Wednesday, government adjusted the number of deaths attributed to COVID in the Cayman Islands since the start of the pandemic, up by 1 to 17 after, quote, retrospective information was gathered and verified against previously held records. The Cayman Islands Health Services Authority's lateral flow test online platform has expanded to the sister islands, ensuring all residents can book and pay online for their tests. Government says the new online booking system provides a, quote, more streamlined approach to COVID-19 testing by creating greater efficiency in the registration process. It also offers those seeking LFTs greater security and convenience, knowing they will be seen at their appointed times. The website to book an LFT is hsa.ky/appointment. And Radio Cayman is awaiting an official update from police after 911 confirms a serious smash-up in Lower Valley overnight. The report came in just before midnight of a single-vehicle crash on Valley Drive in Lower Valley. At least one person was carried to the hospital. Make sure to keep it locked as we follow this developing story. In regional news, the number of doses of COVID-19 vaccine delivered by the Pan American Health Organization to Latin America and the Caribbean has reached 100 million this week. This achievement came thanks to the efforts of the organization's revolving fund, the procurement and delivery partner of COVAX in the region. The latest batch of vaccines includes more than 151,000 doses of Moderna vaccine as part of the COVAX support to Haiti and more than 1.5 million doses of the Pfizer vaccines for Ecuador donated by Spain. The PAHO Revolving Fund is the designated procurement agency for COVAX in the Americas. Leveraging over 4 decades of experience in vaccine procurement, the Revolving Fund has now supplied 100 million COVID vaccines to 33 countries. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. France and its allies say they will withdraw their forces from Mali, where they've been fighting a jihadi insurgency for nearly a decade. A joint statement said obstructions from Mali's military junta had made it impossible to continue, but it said action against terrorism in the Sahel region would carry on, with Niger agreeing to host European forces. President Macron has dismissed suggestions the Mali campaign has been a failure. Ukraine and Russian-backed separatists in the Donbas region have accused each other of firing across the line of contact in eastern Ukraine. The Ukrainian military denied launching an attack and said pro-Russian forces has shelled a village and hit a kindergarten, injuring 3 people. There are concerns that any such incident could become a pretext for a wider war. Meanwhile, President Zelensky has told the BBC Ukraine will not give up its aspiration to join NATO, despite Russia's insistence that it must never be admitted. He said future NATO membership was about Ukraine's life and independence and not just an ambition. The BBC has uncovered an apparent culture of denial and complicity, which campaigners say has contributed to a failure to address sexual abuse within the Roman Catholic Church in Italy. The Vatican's top official on abuse has said awareness and urgency on the issue does not exist in Italian society. A major historical review by academics and experts from Indonesia and the Netherlands has determined the Dutch military engaged in what it describes as the systematic and widespread use of extreme violence during Indonesia's struggle for independence in the 4 years to 1949. The report says the Dutch government has never fully acknowledged the scope of its responsibility. A minister in Saudi Arabia says the kingdom is considering switching to a 3-day weekend in a bid to make it more attractive to international investors. BBC News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
You can now book and pay online for your certified lateral flow test at www.hsa.ky/appointment. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Certified LFTs are $25 per test per person. HSA's testing center is located at 131 Center, McClendon Drive, behind Foster's Airport. Walk-ins for certified LFTs are also available. Need a PCR test for travel? These are now only $75. Visit hsa.ky/appointment for more information.
Wave your country flag, sport your favorite jersey, show off that national costume, or channel your inner majesty with a salute to the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. It's Dress for Culture Day with a Majesty theme, Friday, March 11th, brought to you by the Cultural Foundation as part of K-Fest 2022. Celebrate Cayman's cultural melting pot with a dress-down fundraiser, open to schools, businesses, and individuals for donations of just $5 for adults, $3 for students. Visit artscayman.org for more information.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Head east on Cove Road. Sharp left on Church Street. Sharper left. No, your other left. Did I say left? Nope, you missed it. Okay, I'm lost.
With money-saving bundling options for home and motor, we're like a GPS that doesn't steer you wrong. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Let's stop and ask for directions.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 77 degrees. Relative humidity is 87%. The barometric pressure 30.06 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east-southeast at 6 knots. Overnight low temperature was 75 degrees. Synopsis indicate moderate winds and seas expected across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours in association with a high-pressure system over the northwestern Atlantic Ocean. Satellite images show patches of low-level clouds moving westward across the Cayman area. Now the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures will rise to the mid-80s. Winds will be easterly 10 to 15 knots and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers and temperatures dipping to the low 70s tonight. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Expect a high tide this morning at 9 minutes past 10, low tide this afternoon at 4:24, and a high tide again tonight at 10:15. The sun will set this evening at 6:25 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:52. And the outlook is calling for similar conditions through Saturday morning, with a slight increase in winds and wave heights expected thereafter.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning, everyone. Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I see we have just about everyone, and of course Tom drops off, as per usual. Let's just wait a minute here. He always comes right back, and we're almost ready, and... oh, whoever's dog that is, please go on mute. Why won't it let me share my screen? Okay, looks like we're ready to start.
We're like a video conference with no technical issues. CG Britcay. Good like that.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look at what's happening on our roads. Accident occurred early this morning in the Valley area in Pedro on Shamrock Road, so you might see some police presence in the area. Traffic coming from the east is heavy on Shamrock Road and also coming off of Rex Crichton Boulevard. A lot of patience needed this morning as you head on down to Georgetown. And traffic busy on Linford Pearson Highway, busy traffic as well on Crew Road heading to Georgetown. And eastbound traffic on Crew Road is moving along pretty good. On Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue, traffic flowing at a good pace. And light to moderate traffic flow on Edward Street and Shedden Road, traffic is flowing pretty good. As we look to the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions. And coming from the West Bay four-way stop, moderate flow of traffic. That's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. Have a good morning, and if you're hungry, pull into Subway.
Subway makes it easy for you to stay on top of your health and wellness goals with our Fresh Fit menu options. Choose from 5 Fresh Fit Subway sandwiches with only 450 calories or less per 6-inch sub. Turkey breast, veggie, oven roasted chicken, Black Forest ham, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or make your 6-inch Fresh Fit sub into a salad or wrap prepared with fresh vegetables. For a full menu and nutritional information, visit subway.ky. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Join the Alex Panton Foundation for our 5th annual Youth Mental Health Symposium, taking place on Saturday, 19th of February from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring an impressive lineup of speakers and panels discussing our theme, Thriving in Uncertain Times. This year's event will be streamed via the Alex Panton Foundation Facebook page. Visit alexpantonfoundation.ky to learn more. Sponsored in part by Dart, 3T, Burger King, Popeyes, Tower, and Compass Media.
Government's new recruitment portal offers job seekers a paperless online process that makes it easy to apply for more than one job anywhere, anytime. With this step forward in our online recruitment presence, you can keep track of outstanding applications and appointments and receive notifications about your applications. Visit the careers.gov.ky portal and use the new one-stop shop for civil service recruitment to further your career.
Your Radio Cayman 6 p.m. news, Monday through Friday, is brought to you by Logic. Your life connected.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're into our second segment of the Business Buzz for today, Thursday, February 7th. And it's a pleasure to have in the studio this morning the folks from the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. In the studio, we have Mr. Robert Powell. He is the president of the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. And alongside him, we have Mr. Adrian Russell. He is the fundraising director of Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. Good morning.
Good morning, Anita. Thank you for having us.
I feel like you brought the sunrise through the studio door this morning.
Big smiles under the mask.
I know, right? Yes. I can see it in your eyes. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio this morning. Now, Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise, I've never had you in the studio with me before, so it's a definite pleasure to be speaking with you for the first time. Now, we want to say, of course, thanks for being here this morning. Before I go into any details about Rotary Club, I'm going to ask you about yourself. You know you're going to expect that, right, from me? Let's start with Mr. Powell. Oh, can I call you Robert?
You can, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Robert, let's start with you. Tell us a little about yourself and how you became involved with the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise.
Well, I came to Cayman maybe 10 years ago and was introduced to the Rotary Club through a number of friends, and it became it's very much a place to make contacts, make connections, get to know people on the island, and establish yourself within the community. Personally, I felt that although Cayman is a wealthy society, it's very obvious there are small gaps where a little bit of help from willing pairs of hands can make a big difference to lots and lots of people in little ways and big ways. I found the approach that Rotary takes, which is to take a group of people, all of which have diverse skills and interests, and encourages them to bring their skills and capabilities to help with the particular project. The idea of many hands make light work was particularly appealing, as well as one of the mantras for our club is, and make it fun, fun, fun. So having fun, helping people, doing good in the community was something I felt really, really aligned with the sorts of things I wanted to do whilst I was here.
And you like having fun?
And having fun.
Okay.
Did I mention having fun?
Yes. Adrian, how about you?
Well, I first got involved with the Rotary family when I joined the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman, which is the sort of youth arm of Rotary that Rotary Sunrise sponsors. Joined them back in 2008, and I was with them, did most roles in the club up until about 2013 or 2014. Then I went off and did a very important project on my own, which was starting up a family.
That's important.
Yeah, that's an ongoing project. Fun too. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, fun and lose your hair, but yeah. And then I rejoined the Rotary family 2 years ago, and much like Robert, it's a place where like-minded individuals who want to make a difference in the community in Cayman and worldwide, we all get together and try to do our best. Every small thing helps.
Well, we're happy that you've made that decision, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there have benefited from your hard work and your dedication. And now that I know a little bit about you, both of you, can you give us a sense of the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise? Just in a nutshell. Who wants to go? Robert?
Yeah, maybe I'll take this. And a little bit of history about Rotary in the Cayman Islands. So firstly, there are 4 Rotary clubs in the Cayman Islands. There are 3 on Grand Cayman and 1 on Cayman Brac. Rotary as an organisation was founded in 1905 when a Chicago attorney called Paul Harris formed a lunch club where he found like-minded people who wanted to exchange ideas and give service to their community. Since then, as you can imagine, Rotary has grown across the globe and become a phenomenon that brings together people like Adrian and myself who want to do a little bit every day to help less fortunate people. So bringing that home here into the Cayman Islands, the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman was formed in 1966 which incidentally was the year before I was born, and was the first. This makes it personal, doesn't it? And was the first Rotary club in the country, and since then, Rotary Sunrise, which is us, was founded by similarly by a group of friends who had valued the principles of Rotary, but felt that rather than meeting at lunchtime or in the evening, it would be better for them to meet at breakfast. At the time, of course, people said, "You're crazy, you'll never get people to come at 7 o'clock in the morning for a weekly meeting." Anyhow, that Rotary Sunrise was founded 20 years ago this year, in 2002, and then meets most Wednesdays for breakfast at 7 a.m. at the moment at Georgetown Yacht Club. All Rotarians, as we like to call ourselves, sign up to this principle of service above self. And that's a notion of willingly giving time to deliver community projects here in the Cayman Islands and also to support things internationally as well.
The Georgetown Yacht Club, you said?
Georgetown Yacht Club.
That's a best place to be for
it's a great
any
sunrise.
Kind of meeting. Yeah,
great sunrise. In the morning.
Perfect place to be.
It's been our home for a good number of years now, and they're very kind to us, look after us incredibly well.
Very good, nice. Shout out to them. Now, can you share a little bit about the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise, some of your signature projects?
Sure, absolutely. So Rotary as a whole, and particularly in Sunrise, we serve our community with both large and small projects. We do lots of little things, things that you may not notice, like we arrange Christmas presents for the boys and girls that are unfortunately in government accommodation for whatever reason. We provide school backpacks for families that don't necessarily have the resources to equip their kids to have school essentials. And that's really quite an important thing for the kid. You know, if you come from a less fortunate family, being able to go to school with the same backpack that everyone else has, with the same stuff in it, really actually helps give you a little leg up into your educational journey.
Definitely.
One of the big aims for the club is to support literacy and numeracy. So you may have heard of the LIFE project, which stands for Literacy is for Everyone. That emerged from our club a few years ago, and we continue to support that effort, both in terms of providing funds and people to work within that program. We are expanding that a little bit this year to include numeracy as well as literacy, and we've provided funding to support additional tutoring for children that are starting to slip behind. A little bit of resource that just takes someone from they're going to fail to they're going to pass makes a big difference in terms of their academic achievement and their life chances. We ran a pilot last year looking at people with their numeracy exams, and we were able to take out of the 5 people that we put through the program, and I know that doesn't sound very many, but it was a pilot. We took 5 people, 4 of them managed to go from projected to not succeed to succeed, and some of them actually did far better than many people expected. So we're very pleased about that. Speaking of life, of literacy, historically our members have gone into schools to read to children, and that, as you know, is a really important aspect to address. Unfortunately, at the moment, we're not able to do that, but we're starting to find ways to continue to engage with the educational program to make sure that literacy is an important aspect. We have a project this year to provide books and storage for preschools.
Books and storage?
Books and storage. It's a funny thing. You can give a pile of books, but the preschool also needs some way of organising them. So one of the things that happened during lockdown was one of our members had a chair made that is a chair and bookshelf. It's got to be combined. So you can imagine that the kids pull out the book and the reader sits in the chair and reads to them. We'll be making more of those. We'll be equipping...
I like that idea.
Yeah, they look really cute. And we'll be making more of those this year and distributing them without cost to the various preschools to help kids engage with the process of reading. But that's not all. We also provide financial support to a number of charities on the island. So we support the Cancer and Breast Cancer Societies. One of the things our members really like doing is the Walk in Her Shoes for the Crisis Centre. So we were able to create our donations for all of those organisations were in the thousands last year, and we will continue to do that this year. About 20% of our resources are spent internationally. We support a medical clinic and educational program, I'm going to say this wrong, in the Canregal Valley in Honduras.
I wouldn't know any different.
There'll be people screaming at the radio now saying, you can't mispronounce that. This year, and that's been very successful, we've been doing that for a number of years. Over possibly the last 3 years, we part-funded a construction project within the village to build a medical clinic. And some of our members are now helping to fund a doctor to be there on most days, providing medical services at the price point that the people that live there can afford. It's all very well to say, here's a medical clinic, but if you can't afford to go to see that doctor, that's no good at all. So we provide a little bit of money. There are other charities that provide a little bit of money, and that supports the medical mission there. It also supports an educational mission. So we support an after-school club in Honduras that's designed to keep children in the village, keep them engaged in educational programs, learning about computers and IT, learning about photography, about tourism, and trying to reduce the draw of the big city. And we're pleased to see last year we're starting to see some of the graduates of that program coming back to the village, having been through that program, been to college, and then saying, no, I want to come back and be a tutor in the educational program that's called Guaruma. Finally, on our couple more points.
That's okay. That's all right.
This year we've been very taken by a project in Nepal. The project is called the 7 Women Project, and it is so called because a group of seven women got together to start an initiative to put girls into school. So in a number of countries, education of girls in particular is not considered to be a priority. The 7 Women Project takes local crafts, sells them to raise funds, and those funds are used to put girls through school. Within our club, that has a great resonance, and it also has a connection with one of the Rotary themes for this year, which is to educate girls. So we have been raising money through some fun activities. They were fun. One of them involved making the Nepalese dish momos, and we had a video conference with the people from Kathmandu showing our people here in Cayman how to make momos. I wasn't unfortunately able to be there, but I'm told that although the momos weren't perfect, everyone had a great time. Anyhow, so there's that we're funding. And just one final thing that to mention. We are also part funding a cancer transport bus within Jamaica. And the reason I mention that is because it illustrates the connection that you have with Rotary. So if there's a need, here in this case it is for cancer transport in Jamaica, the local Rotary club puts up some money. Sponsoring other clubs put up some money, so we put some money in and another club put some money in. And then there's an organisation called Rotary International, which is the global Rotary organisation. They put some money in. So you end up with this multiplying effect of being part of Rotary. So let's say it costs $10,000 to do a project. You might only need to find 2 out of your own pocket and find some supporting organisations that think it's a good thing to help. And if you look around, if you look around Grand Cayman, you will see there is also a cancer transport bus that has the Rotary Sunrise logo on the back of it as well.
I've seen the bus.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, and that will have been supported by a group of charities as well.
So going back to that, that fancy name for Honduras, the area in Honduras where you have the clinic.
Yes.
So the money is from here, it's raised here, and it's sent to a Rotary club in, say, Honduras, in that area. So they take care of the process.
All of the money that we raise is very carefully administered. Mm-hmm. And actually, in this specific case, there is a charity on the ground that is not a Rotary charity, but that we monitor their finances and operations to make sure that every dollar we send and every dollar every other charity sends is carefully used for what's intended. And we do that in two ways. One is there's like an operating budget, and we'll give them money for that. And then there's also specific items, and where things are purchased overseas, they're required to turn in receipts, and we need to monitor and make sure the money is used correctly. Okay. Now,
they would say charity begins at home. Most people would say charity begins at home. Now, why are you supporting other, projects around the world? But I'm pretty sure it's gratifying to the club members to know that you're not only helping at home, but you're helping somewhere else, correct?
Be clear about one thing. About 20%, only 20%.
20%. Okay, it's still a good amount.
It's a good amount, and I think we actually asked our members about 6 weeks ago whether they were comfortable with the split. And we got a very positive response around that. So 80% of the money, think about it that way, is spent in Grand Cayman. 20% is used to do good things elsewhere in the world. And equally, other clubs are supporting some of the initiatives that we have here. So, for example, I was talking about the library chair.
Right.
That is actually being supported by Rotary International. They're giving us some money this year to make that happen here in Grand Cayman. So it's a bit like if you imagine the Rotary logo, the wheel of Rotary, you pass a little bit around and a little bit comes round. And it's the connection and the network of all the clubs coming together that means we're able to do so much more than just a single charitable organisation on its own.
I really like that. I just love the way, that you guys help, even if, like you say, it's only a little bit. And on that note, we'll have to take a break. I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, and, of course, TCE Paint. We'll be right back. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies, hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
You're listening to the Business Buzz. We're speaking with Mr. Robert Powell. Robert is the president of the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. And we also have in the studio Mr. Adrian Russell. Adrian is the fundraising director of Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. Now, we're talking about, let's head right into some of your signature projects. And the big one, the huge one, is what? Your car raffle?
Our annual car raffle,
Annual
yes.
car. Okay, so Adrian, you going to tell us all about this? Or?
Yeah. So this year around, our car raffle is we're raffling a 2022 Audi Q5.
Okay.
And
I could know what it would look like.
Well, yeah, it's I think I saw one or two in the parking lot from the previous years from 2021. Yeah. It's a Manhattan grey, which is like a dark, almost metallic charcoal grey. Nice. And that's the exterior, and the interior is black on black interior. And the vehicle comes with 3 years licenses, 4 years service, and 5 years warranty. Its retail value is $54,750 CI. But you can win that car for just a purchase of one ticket for $25 CI.
Just $25.
Just $25.
And if you don't have a ticket, you don't stand a chance.
Yep, we've done some scientific research, and if you do not have a ticket, you are not able to win. Yeah.
How much money did you spend on that scientific research?
We got that donated.
Yep, if you don't have a ticket, you don't stand a chance. Now, this is how many years since you've been doing the car raffle?
We've been doing it for well over 10 years now. From the time I got involved with Rotary, it was being done. That was back in 2008, 2009. So it's been the main fundraiser for Rotary for quite a while, for Rotary Sunrise. And in addition to the main prize, we usually have some subsequent prizes for consolation prizes if someone doesn't win the car. This year we have 3 extra prizes to go along with that. Second prize is a $1,000 gift certificate from A.L. Thompson's.
I can use that one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone in Cayman goes there every Saturday. And then third prize is $800 worth of gift cards to Foster's.
I can use that too.
Yeah. And then last but certainly not least, our fourth prize is something pretty much everyone buys every month, which is $500 gift voucher for CUC.
I can take that too. You know that. Yeah. Okay. So that's $1,000 from A.L. Thompson, $800 gift certificate from Foster's, and $500. CUC. 500. Oh, it's 500.
500. Yeah.
I heard 4. Okay. It's even better. 500. Now, is there going to be an event to do the raffle? For the raffle to take place?
Yes. So the raffle's going to happen April 30th. The venues to be determined. Most likely it'll be at A.L. Thompson's if there's something else going on at that time that has a lot of people there, we'll partner with them to have it there, and we'll make sure to come back again and let you guys know. But general public will be able to attend and watch all the ticket stubs get rolled in the big bin, and then a hand goes in, and any luck it'll be your number, Anita. You never know. Assuming you have a ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Now, where can the tickets be purchased, and how much are they going for?
So the tickets can be purchased at we're alternating right now between Foster's, Cayman Bay. We're outside there from 9 to 3 on some Saturdays, and then we're also outside of A.L. Thompson's on the Saturdays that we're not at Foster's, and those at A.L. Thompson's from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. And if neither of those locations work for you, you can purchase tickets anytime on our website. It's Rotary Sunrise carraffle.com.
Repeat that one more time, Adrian.
Rotary Sunrise carraffle.com.
That's easy, right?
Yep. It's a safe and secure website that it takes debit and credit cards, and one advantage of that is you're automatically delivered your virtual ticket stub, and it'll be included in the draw. Yeah.
So my next question would be, that car is valued how much again?
$54,750.
Oh, to be exact, it's 50 cents?
No, 50 cents. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So when I win the car. Right?
When you win the car.
When I win the car.
After you buy the ticket.
After I buy the ticket, of course. Maybe I'll buy 2 tickets.
Yeah. We'll give a discount if you buy 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's 5 for 100.
Oh, nice.
And
okay.
3 for 65. So.
All right, Susan, you hear that? If you don't have 4 tickets,
So you can buy 4 and get 1 included.
That's right.
As it were.
All right. Sounds like a deal. Now, What happens if when I win the car, but I don't want to have the car because I don't have a garage. Can I take the monetary value of that car?
Well, once you win the car is automatically transferred to you, Anita. What we found in some years is people have kept the car.
Oh, so I can do what? It's automatically transferred to me. So I can
transfer it to you.
I can sell it to Susan, or I could sell it back to the dealer. Okay.
Yes, you can by all means work something out with the dealer. We've had some people who kept it, some people have sold it, and Audi's a vehicle in well demand. It'll be a brand new vehicle. Won't be a problem for you to sell. I'm sure it won't last too long on whatever platform you put that on to sell that for. And one other thing I should note from other locations, in case you don't buy a ticket from me here today, is we also have a table at First Caribbean House here in walking distance from where we are, in middle of Georgetown there, and that table will have someone there Monday to Friday during those banking hours, and they'll be selling tickets as well.
Well, we have GAB right next door. Ask them to set up a table in the lobby. I'm pretty sure you'll sell some tickets.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's free. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, how about selling? So the annual car raffle. Have you ever thought about changing it from a car raffle to something else, like another fundraiser?
Just raffling something else. In previous years, we've raffled other items. I remember one year we did a Ford Sport Track, and also did Wave Runner with that.
Yeah, Sea-Doo, yeah.
Yeah, Sea-Doo with that. But what we found is, as often as people bring vehicles into this island, people love a new car, and you can't get a much better deal than potentially. If you let's say you bought 5 tickets for $100, that'll be the cheapest new car you ever bought.
I think the other thing, one of the other signature fundraisers that Sunrise has run over the years, and I've got a strong sense this is on its way back, is the Rotary Sunrise Casino Night, which, before you get too excited, it's not gambling for money, it's gambling for chips, and it's highly competitive.
Same thing? I know,
I'm
chips convert to money.
No.
It's a fun night. People come in and compete to see who have the biggest pile of chips at the end. That kind of thing. That may be on its way back. We also have, as a fundraising activity, as part of our literacy program, we run an event called Scrabble Scrum, which is a competitive game, typically. With teams of 4 to 6 people, and the game is we give you a Scrabble board, and we put a word on the Scrabble board, and you've got 20 minutes to get the highest possible Scrabble score with all the tiles.
I like that.
And
I love Scrabble.
We ran one of those.
How come I've never heard about this before?
You should come and join the club. We ran that earlier this year. It was very successful. We ran it under COVID regulations, so we weren't able to have as many people there as possible, so we had to do it as heats. But it was a great event and successful in terms of raising money for our literacy programs. We're a little bit disappointed because we're unable to. We normally run this competition with the school kids, and the school kids practice the game, and it improves their understanding of the words and literacy, and we've been unable to run it this year because we can't put the kids together because of the COVID regulations. We are also looking to provide kits to the schools, and it'll probably happen next year, sort of second half of this calendar year. That will allow the schools to run this game internally and to practice, and then what we're hoping to create is a kind of league of Scrabble Scrum, which is funded by teams of, how can I put it, grown-up professionals that want to show their intellectual prowess after they've had maybe a bottle of wine or two.
I'm not sure how good that's going to be, but
it'll be fun.
Have you ever played Bananagram?
No.
No. But trust me, it's more fun than Scrabble.
But does it teach you words?
Of course.
Okay.
You don't get points. the first person to finish all their tiles. You know, you got to research.
Yeah, okay.
Bananagram. Okay, that's one for you to research tonight.
Certainly will. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
After you, and if you buy the game, you'll never play Scrabble again. Bananagram. Write it down. Okay, that's a free plug for Bananagram today. Now, before we take a break, I've got to ask you how much did you raise the last time with the car raffle, and how much you plan to raise this year?
Well, last time for the car raffle, due to COVID, we had a bit of delay, so there was a slightly extended period, and I believe it's somewhere around circa $60,000 that we raised, and every single penny that we raise goes back to the community. There's no funds used for administrative purposes or anything. Once it comes from the community's pocket, we send it back into the community. So, and this year, but it'd be great if we could raise that amount as well. But to be honest, every little bit helps. You know, we're going to try our best to raise as much as we can. The more we raise, the more good works we can do. As President Robert said earlier, we support many of the different local organizations and the good work that they do. So,
okay. Now, and this year, the funds raised from this raffle will go towards which projects? Do you know yet, or?
Well, it goes to serve not any one particular project. It all goes into our funding for the year, and it gets split up throughout all the different community service projects that we have. The literacy initiatives, the numeracy initiatives. We also do some on-hand work projects. Like this Saturday, we're actually doing a refitting a garden bed at Georgetown Primary School.
Garden bed.
Garden bed
Okay.
to plant, for kids to plant and get involved with nature.
And you say you're refitting it. How does that work?
We put it in years ago, and there's not enough space for it where it is. Doesn't get enough sunlight for some of the smaller crops. You know, there's no corn there, but there's like peppers, the sweet peppers and stuff like that. And so we're moving it somewhere else where it can get more sunlight, and the kids hopefully you can pique some interest of some kids. You know, because. So not everyone can be on Radio Cayman. Someone's got to be a farmer.
True.
Yeah.
I'll take farming, you know. I mean, I enjoy radio. I enjoy Susan's company, but my dad was a farmer, farmer, so I don't mind.
That's another case of taking the skills from the club, taking many hands and making light work of a job that might take one or two people a whole day. If we can send a squad of 8 or 10 people that can work together, get it done really quickly, use the various resources that we have, and becomes an enjoyable sociable event as well.
Fun.
So, yeah, it's fun. The kids benefit, the community benefits.
And on that note, we're going to benefit from funds from our from advertisers. I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, and of course TCE Paint. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the art of fundraising.
Electric bills are up, air quality is down, and apparently a global pandemic to dampen your spirits. Sherwin-Williams can help with their insulating super paint featuring zero VOC with air purifying, sanitizing, microbicidal technology. Prevent the spread of bacteria and kill up to 99% of bacteria. Improve your home air quality and fight COVID germs. Exterior insulating acrylic can reduce up to 85% solar and UV radiation. A freshly painted home can definitely lift those spirits. A brighter home, better home, air quality, and lower home CUC bills. That's a win home run. Sherwin-Williams, 150 years strong. TCE Paint Shop has 3 locations to better serve you. Cox Lumber and the original store at 27 Godfrey Nixon Way. Call 943-0565.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store.
The Tuesday and Thursday edition of The Business Buzz is brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies, providing quality pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and consumer products to healthcare providers, retailers, and ultimately the patients at a reasonable rate in a friendly, caring, and timely manner. Cayman Medical Supplies is located at number 93 Smith Road, Windward Center. Telephone 949-6211.
The 2022 Cayman Arts Festival is pleased to showcase their newest feature with the K Forte String Quartet featuring Sarah Newman, Harriet Henley, Joan Tamayo, and Antonio Sanchez, performing Baroque-era pieces by Handel, Bach, Corelli, Vivaldi, Telemann, and Purcell. Fall in love with the passionate quartets of the violins, a viola, and cello. Thursday, February 24th, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the National Gallery of the Cayman Islands. Tickets are US $40 for adults and $10 for students. For more information or to purchase tickets, please contact enquiries at caymanartsfestival.com or call 922-5550. The K Forte String Quartet, Thursday, February 24th, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the National Gallery of the Cayman Islands.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
We're heading up to 9 o'clock. Susan's got some sweet music lined up for you in the breakfast session. But in the meantime, we'll finish up a discussion with Mr. Robert Powell, president of Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise, and also Adrian Russell. Adrian is the fundraising director of Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise and art of fundraising. Now, let's talk about the art of fundraising and some of the common challenges, if you have any, of course, to fundraising success. And I'm going to look at you, Adrian, because you're the man in charge.
Yes, I am for this year.
Oh, for this year.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Fundraising is definitely an art. It's a combination of getting something that captures the imagination of the public, and to get their support, and it has to be for good purpose as well, and that people can get behind. That's where our supporting our Rotary projects comes in, and finding something that piques people's interest. People are always interested in a new car. I mean, I have tons of friends that I feel like every 3 years I see a new car in the parking lot, So that piques people's interest, and then find a way to get the word out there, and that's where you get the various locations that people are always going to. A.L. Thompson's, Foss as an example, people going to the bank, but also people who, especially in this current environment, they don't necessarily want to be in public. That's where we have our online website, RotarySunriseCarRaffle.com. So those are various things that we do to help push initiatives along. We have some smaller fundraisers that we do that we've described already. Sometimes it may be just something that we do that's specifically for one particular project. Like we do Buy a Kid a Book drives, and we'll have people at
What's
various...
that again? Say that again.
Buy a Kid a Book.
Oh, Buy a Kid a Book. Okay.
Yeah, and we'll have someone from our literacy team will be running that, and we'll be at various locations. Sometimes we're at Foster's, sometimes at Cost You Less, different locations that people will go on a Saturday, and people come in their support. They know they're buying books for kids. I mean, very straightforward and easy. That's very easy for people to get behind for those who are interested in that type of stuff. And if for some reason someone necessarily wasn't interested in winning a car, because some people don't like cars, some people like bicycles, they can still give donations, and those donations we will put towards the great causes that Rotary Sunrise do.
Sorry, Bob.
Can I just add there, one of the things that's really, really helps us when we are devising fundraising projects, however they come together, we are regularly supported by local businesses, restaurants, hotels, other shops. We mentioned Foster's and Alties, they're sponsors of our car raffle. They donate the prizes rather than us purchasing them. We're reliant on local businesses making continual small contributions, and again, coming to that amplifying factor. If we can have 3 vouchers from 3 restaurants, we can make a fundraising event out of that, and it costs the restaurant, the face value of the voucher, they might get some more business out of the back of that. We can build an event around that. We can bring people together. We can have some fun, and some money falls out of the side of the whole event that goes to buy books or run a numeracy program or whatever it is that we're doing within the community. So without the support of those that make continual small contributions, the art of fundraising would have to be much more creative and would be much more difficult.
I'm feeling your pain there, right?
There's no pain. I'm really pleased. I want to thank those that continue to make small
actually,
contributions.
those businesses, they get to promote their services. And
it's a symbiotic arrangement, and we're very happy with it, and long may it continue.
Yeah, and I must say in the Cayman Islands, a lot of the businesses are so receptive to fundraising events and the like. They give and give. They're always giving, It's rare that you find a business that'll say no, unless they're really suffering and, financially and can't afford to do it. But going back to buy a kid a book, literacy is a big part of what you do. Where you promote for Grand Cayman, Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. How you look at the children who are on their mobile device, on their smartphone or the iPad or whatever. Do you think that you have to work harder to promote literacy in schools or individually?
Definitely. I mean, I have 3 young kids in my house, and definitely it's because those iPads or tablets or phones or computers, they're just blinking always. Those are so easy to grab kids' attention. It's much harder to push the whole turn off your screen, pick up a book.
Turn a page.
Yeah. And to me, honest, a lot of that starts within the school and also within home, and part of the whole, I know Robbie can expand on the buy a kid a book, but we get it in their hands, and that's a start. And then, if someone's at home with them, they can read with them, spend 15 minutes. It makes a difference.
So the books are given, sorry, Robert, but are the books given to the school or to the individual student?
Both.
Both,
yep.
Okay. So they get to take them home?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think the real point with the electronic devices, you can encourage kids to look at a different media. So it's not the iPad or the tablet, it's a book. You can only do that if the book is there and the book is interesting and has some kind of engagement. And that's why we feel it's really important that within the preschools, within the junior schools, the books are there, they look attractive, they're in decent condition, and it's the sort of thing that will attract the child's attention rather than the bright, shiny tablet thing. In this world, it has to be a mix. But if we neglect putting the books in the right places, the kids are never going to pick up the books because they won't be there. And that's what Buy a Kid a Book is about. That's what our literacy programs are about. And let's also not forget that when you've got a tablet, you need to be able to read to use it to its best effect.
That's right.
So
that's right.
It's all a kind of symbiotic process that if we can push people towards picking up diverse things, then their education will flourish.
At Christmas, birthdays, I give books. Children don't like me. I'm cheap. Even adults get books. I mean, I'm sorry.
Books are not necessarily cheap.
Adults must get. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But the tip is you can go to one of the thrift places like it was a Human Society Book Loft.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And you can pick up a good book.
Mm-hmm.
I found one there on Gulfin, nice big thick one for 50 cents and that was my brother's Christmas gift. He didn't know it cost me 50 cents. Is it hardcover?
No, he does.
Hardcover.
No, he does. But,
I don't think
and the good news is you supported the Humane Society as well.
I did.
And recycling.
That's right. Now, in what ways would the community benefit from the various Rotary clubs of Grand Cayman Sunrise fundraising efforts?
Well, all of the money, 100%. Dollar in, dollar out, all goes back to our community service projects that we've been mentioning. The various good works we do throughout the community, both locally and internationally. None of the funds are taken out to do anything else. All the funds go right back into the community. So that's not many organizations can claim that, and that's one thing that Rotary is really proud of, and we continue to let people know when you give this money in, all of this is going right back out. We're not, and that makes a difference for some folks, especially who are very keen to know where their funds are going, what they're putting the funds towards.
So we mentioned the literacy programs. We've mentioned some of the things we do around Christmas for the less fortunate kids. Haven't mentioned that we help provide what we call community Christmas parties, which bring together some of the communities and help provide a hot meal. And for some of the people that go, that might be the only hot meal they're getting that Christmas. We have youth programs we've spoken about. We've spoken about our interaction with schools. We support junior achievement, which unfortunately can't run this year because of the regulations, but we have been supporting it in the past and we will continue to do that. We've talked about, for example, what we're doing at Georgetown Primary this weekend. So lots and lots of little things, lots of little pieces of what I call filling the gaps in the community, where there is a little gap and it just needs a little bit of putty to make sure everything works. That's the sort of thing that Rotary does, as well as the bigger initiatives like the literacy program and so on. So as Adrian says, when you buy that raffle ticket, what you're doing is giving money to your community to help fill the gaps, to make sure that those that are less fortunate have a slightly better life, and at the same time you might win a car.
So on that note, let's recap how to get to the car. Well, I mean, it's my car, but just remind the folks how
are you going to get to your car?
Yes. So you can buy raffle tickets at anywhere we sell tickets. This weekend we're selling tickets at A.L. Thompson's.
Okay. Until what time?
From 8 a.m. until 6 p.m.
6, you did say that,
at the front main entrance. Okay. And you can. We also have a table at First Caribbean House there in Georgetown every day during the week, and on our website, RotarySunriseCarRaffle.com.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay.
Buy a ticket, get a chance to win.
Well, good luck to both of you. And
thank you.
How can someone join the club?
We would welcome anyone that wants to find out more to come to our 7 a.m. Georgetown Yacht Club meetings on a Wednesday morning. Our next meeting is not until March the 9th because of various events. But if you'd like to find out more, you can look at our website, rotarysunrise.ky, or just come along and join one of our meetings, 7 a.m. Georgetown Yacht Club on a Wednesday.
Gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you so much. You've heard Mr. Robert Powell, President of Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise, also Adrian, thank you. Adrian Russell, Fundraising Director of Rotary Club of Grand Cayman Sunrise. Thank you both and good luck with the event. And I've got to get my ticket or I won't get a car. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, and TCE Paint. And to our previous guests on the first segment this morning, Nina and Vanessa, thank you so much from the Chamber of Commerce Mentoring Program. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, they did say that, right? Cayman Medical Supplies and TCE Paint. Also to our listeners and our viewers on YouTube this morning until Tuesday, February 22nd, when we bring you another Business Buzz. Meantime, please stay safe. Remember to mask up. Keep your hands sanitized or washed. Remember to practice your social distancing and, if at all possible, vaccinate or boostinate. Meantime, have a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you Saturday morning for the breakfast session. Susan's got some sweet music lined up for you right after news headlines.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. Optical Outlook, now at their new location in Anderson Square. Come see the difference with Optical Outlook. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And TCE Paint Shop, with 3 locations to better serve your home decor needs. Cox Lumber, Sparky Drive, Cox Lumber, Bodden Town, and the original store at 27 Godfrey Nixon Way.
Continuing the Caymanian tradition.
Let Cora keep my ground so clean.
The heart and soul of the Cayman people. Thank you for keeping the culture alive.
Let's read the news every day. From East End to Georgetown.